So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the hand. So I like to start with the box, and I'm going to change the division to 4 and change the height division to 2. Then I'm going to taper the box. Okay, and I'm going to arrange the vertex following the reference picture that I have here. Okay, so maybe something like this. Like that. Okay, I'm going to extrude some of these faces to kind of resemble the wrist area all the way there. I'm going to delete all these faces. Okay, so kind of like give me a rough shape of hand. Maybe I'm gonna apply some average vertices this area as well. Alright, so it's not too blocky there, maybe around there. Right, so it kind of like resemble the palm without the finger. Okay, and before we move on, I'd like to show you something. So this is the anatomy of the hand, and if you look at the thumb, right, the thumb is actually placed in a way so it's rotate 45-degree angle to the side, and also twist another 45-degree angle. Okay, which is different to like normal finger. Okay, but what we're going to do with the thumb, that we're going to make this model first, this index finger. Then we're going to copy. Then we're going to copy it again here. We're going to copy it again. Then actually we're going to place thumb, but don't forget to rotate it twice. Okay, and that's the plan. And another plan that we have to keep in mind is that when you're doing the hand, um, don't forget that you have to do UV later when you finish with the model. Um, if you look at this first hand, right, and if you cut the UV across, okay, as you can see here, it's actually cutting through the fingernail. Okay, so this is the top half, and this is the bottom half. And when you do UV, this actually gets split, and it's that really nice cutting for the UV seam. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to cut the hand, right, and then we need to rotate, or rather place the edge at the bottom part of this. Okay, so as you can see, it's different, so it's not cutting through the finger, right? So this is indicating like this is the top portion of the skin, or top portion of the palm rather. Okay, and this one, as the one that's being highlighted, will indicate as the bottom palm, which is easier later when you do texturing. So then you have like the bottom pieces and then the upper pieces for the texturing, as compared to what you have here. It's cutting through the nail, and it's not really logical if you look at your hand. Okay, and the way we're going to do the finger is that we're going to do separate pieces. So we're going to make one index finger, then from that we're going to copy to make the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky and a thumb. So that way, like, we don't have to repeat the process. We're just going to make one good finger, then we're going to copy it over again and again. Okay, so we're going to go back to Maya now. So again, we're going to start with the box shape, and we're just going to put it in the index finger. This, I'm going to cut it. using insert edge loop. There. So every time we see a joint or intersection, I like to place like at least 3 edge loop. So that way it will keep the shape better when it's doing the deformation once you reach your character. Maybe like this, that, and do another thing there. Okay. Very simple. This is for the fingernail area. Edge loop there. Okay. We're gonna select all this edge loop, and we're gonna like push it down. Okay, then you can delete all these pieces or faces. I'm gonna copy. Okay, so for the thumb, we need to make it shorter and fatter. Okay, and don't forget to twist or rotate it 2 times. So we're gonna rotate about 45-degree angle this way, and also we're going to rotate um this way about 45-degree angle. Okay, but I think I'm going to make this one bigger or fatter before I rotate it, so it kind of resemble the thumb that we're going to do. So once complete, then you can rotate these about 45-degree angle like that. Okay. Just make sure everything is okay before you're actually going to connect all the finger. So I'm going to use this wireframe on shaded so I can see all the wireframe for different object. Then I'm going to use snapping. Right now I'm using I'm holding V, so it will snap to this point. This one will snap to that point. This one to that point. This one to that. Whereas this one, I'm going to use C, so it's kind of snap to the line here. Same thing with this middle one. So I'm going to snap to the line. This one snap to V. This one snap to V. This one snap to a line, which is C. And this one snap to V. Right. This one V. This one also snap to V. Snap to C. Holding C. This one I'm holding V. Same thing with this. I'm just gonna leave the thumb for later. Just make sure everything all big snap. Okay. And once you snap all the finger, we're going to combine all these as one piece. So I'm gonna select this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and I'm going to use this combine function. Okay. So once it's combined, this will be one object. Okay, so it's not separate anymore, but we still need to merge the vertex because right now the vertex that you snap here is not actually merged. So we need to merge all that vertex. So one easy way to do it is that you can use this merge function. Okay, so what this function do is that it will merge all the vertex within this radius. Okay, because right now the threshold is set to 0.01. So all the vertex within that radius will be merged as one vertex. Okay, so I'm going to change this to lower value. I'm going to press apply, and all the vertex within that range will be merged as one. So I'm going to check whether this function is working. So I'm going to select this vertex. Okay, so it seems like the vertex is being merged as one object, or as one vertex. Okay, then I'm going to start like fixing all these finger. Use my average. Okay, so make sure it's not too blocky. Just going to move around all the vertex. So we're going to just merge this one for now. So that way we can close this opening.